What is going on, guys? It's Johnny from Collider here, bringing you guys episode 3 of RTR 50, Road to Round 50, and this time I did it on Nacht Der Untoten, the first map on World at War. I mean, this is the first zombies. It's not as difficult as you might think. Once you get a good strategy going and start rolling through the high rounds, it's really not too difficult. I mean, you don't have Jug, but a few things are quite helpful in this map. Of course, if you didn't know, the first 3 maps in World at War only had 24 zombies per round. So all the zombies that spawn in, that's it. Like, you don't have to worry about zombies spawning in on you, and the rounds don't take nearly as long. Another thing is, and I think this might be just specific to Notch, when you sprint, like, zombies can't hit you. So even though you don't have Jug, it's not very likely that you'll go down from taking hits as long as you're sprinting. The main thing that'll get you down is when you get stuck in a corner or, against a wall or in a pack of zombies. So the biggest thing is to avoid getting stuck. And then after that, I mean, you can use this flamethrower, which a lot of people use for the high rounds, mostly because it really has unlimited ammo. It does have to cool down, but that rarely is like a problem. It cools down pretty quick. It is not very mobile, but you can use the ray gun or a pistol or a submachine gun, anything, to swap to when you're running around, because you're really slow with the flamethrower. But if you keep swapping between, even though it's a little tedious, you should be fine. You could also use the ray gun. I was using it in the 30s because it's quicker, I think, than the flamethrower. But I'm sure on the higher rounds, the flamethrower is probably quicker to kill zombies. And also, I mean, you'll run out of ammo with the ray gun, and you'll make crawlers, which might, be a problem when you don't have Jug on a tight map like this. And also, the ray gun could give you splash damage, even though pretty easy to avoid using the strategy. You still gotta be careful about that. And also, I forgot to say that with the flamethrower, as you can see, it leaves flames on the ground most of the time. So it's important, like, to somehow make it so that you aim it at the zombies, but like not in the way of where you're about to run, sort of. So you see, I'm kind of shooting more to the right here, so that I can come in on the left, because when you walk through your flames with a flamethrower, I think it takes 1 hit of damage, and when you only have 2 hits, I mean, you could potentially down, so you got to be careful with that. Shout out to the Relaxing In for the strategy. I'm more or less running it how he did, and I saw the strategy first on his channel. I don't know if he was the first to create the strategy to train in the spawn room, but I do have to give him credit for that, because before watching his video, I didn't even know it was like feasible really to get 50 on Noct, because I'm just like, there's no perks. It's a tight map, it's bare bones like that. But yeah, I mean, this is my first round 50 run on Notch, and I've known this strategy probably for a year or two after watching the Relaxing In's video where he got like 300 something, but I just never really put forth the effort to actually trying it and going for high rounds. But in the end, ultimately, it's easier than you think it is, in my opinion. Actually, the hardest part for me anyways was probably the first 20 rounds, because the spawns just kept messing me up. I mean, I actually failed a few times, like on 15 and stuff, because I don't know, for whatever reason, when the spawns are slower, it messes me up. But once I got past 20, first try I got to 50. Like, it was just not difficult at that point for whatever reason, to get the spawns together. And once you get the spawns together with only 24 zombies, it's pretty much a wrap. Like, just don't mess up. Don't choke at that point. But to quickly pretty much just do a basic overview and explain what I'm doing in this run. It's important that you buy the door to the stairs. That's super important. Do not buy the health door. You can actually buy the door to the stairs and then buy another door to the box and hit the box, get your flamethrower and ray gun and whatnot. But you do not have to buy that health door, and you should not, because it will ruin the training spot. But yeah, and then get a flamethrower, and then I guess you could get a ray gun. You could get whatever, it doesn't really matter. But in the strategy, you want to start right where I'm standing right now. And once the zombies start coming in on you, you kind of do a loop around there. Then you see this pillar over here, you take a right, loop around that. Then you go around these two pillars on the right side. And you kind of just do like this figure eight. It's really just weaving through pillars. Just like this. Like, you don't really want to differ that much from how I'm doing it right now, because it could be a matter of life and death. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, it's a pretty tight map, and without Jug, you just gotta be careful. But once you get the zombies, you know, all trained up, you don't think any more are gonna spawn. You can bring them back there, spray them with the flamethrower. Bring them right there, spray them with the flamethrower. Bring them around this corner here, spray them with the flamethrower. All places where you won't run into any potential flames left on the ground when you're coming through. Those are the three spots I mostly use. The one around here, like this spot right here, it's a little more dangerous. I could definitely see why you might not want to use that one and just use the other two, but I don't know, I was kind of just felt like doing it. Thought it would speed it up a little bit. But I might caution spraying the flamethrower from this spot right here. Might be dangerous. I didn't have any troubles with it, but there were kind of a few close moments. So I don't know. It's up to you. But yeah, that's pretty much the strategy. It's pretty simple. I mean, it's a simple map. You don't have to worry about a perk setup. That's for sure. But right here, I'm like, alright, I'm finally going to kill myself. You know, I'm always having trouble finding ways to kill myself in these round 50 runs. I thought maybe I'd do it with the flamethrower, but I went to a trusted, you know, killer, which is the splash damage of the ray gun. Never fails. So that's ultimately how I end the game there. And yeah, so that's my round 50 run on Nacht Der Untoten. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. And yeah.